Began his first official visit to Britain by openly criticising the Prime Minister's strategy for leaving the European Union. Mr. Trump said told the Sun newspaper that Theresa May's plans will probably kill any future trade deal with the US. In an interview with The Sun, Mr. Trump also said that Theresa May had not listened to his advice on the issue. Well, to mark the first year of President Trump's visit to Britain, Mrs. May has been hosting a gala dinner at Blenheim Palace in Oxfordshire, which is the birthplace of Mr. Trump's hero, Winston Churchill. Our North America editor, John Sopel, reports.
All dressed up, and Donald Trump does have somewhere to go. Not a state visit. This is meant to be just a routine work trip for the president, accompanied by First Lady Melania. Well, you could have fooled me. The British are pulling out all the stops. This may be a country in turmoil, as the president remarked, but it still knows how to put on a show. The bands of the Welsh, Irish and Scots Guards beating retreat. And the setting for tonight's banquet was the magnificent Blenheim Palace, Winston Churchill's birthplace and a hero of Donald Trump's. Theresa May and husband Philip waited patiently to greet them. When the turmoil of Brexit is finally over, this is the man who she might be concluding a trade deal with. And the Prime Minister wants to make him feel welcome. A feeling not universally shared. At the gates of Blenheim, protesters gathered to make clear their displeasure at Donald Trump's visit. Although this is Middle England, and it was all a bit sedate. But tomorrow will be bigger, when the Trump baby blimp will fly 30 metres above the Thames. And protesters have promised to make their voices heard. Not that Donald Trump, before he left the NATO summit in Brussels, seemed overly worried.
Protests, there might be protests, but I believe that the people in the UK, Scotland, Ireland, as you know, I have property in Ireland, I have property all over. I think that those people, they like me a lot, and they agree with me on immigration. I'm going to a few hot spots. We have NATO, then we have the UK, and then we have Putin. And I said, Putin may be the easiest of them all. You never know. But I'm going to a pretty hot spot right now, right, with a lot of resignations.
Any US presidential visit is an exercise in the projection of power. And though protesters won't get anywhere near him, there are plenty who support Donald Trump being given the red carpet treatment as Britain's most important ally.
I think Donald Trump will have wonderful and fruitful conversations with the Prime Minister, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's president or who's prime minister. The long-standing relationship between our two countries will endure.
When President Trump arrived into Britain today, he was greeted on behalf of the government by Dr. Liam Fox, the International Trade Secretary, underlining again the importance of trade, the preeminent issue on Theresa May's agenda. But there are signs tonight that Donald Trump, far from coming to her aid, is doing his best to undermine the fragile truce she reached with her divided cabinet last Friday. John Sopel, BBC News, Central London.